What's up guys, it's Sush. Today's guide is going to be on the Garden of Genesis. The first boss we're going to have is Taxodius. For a level 60 dungeon, he's really easy to fight. For the first attack he's going to do, he's going to throw a log at a random player. He also does a whip attack when he's turned around. I get hit by this, I didn't notice it. The animation's pretty quick, so you have to watch out. Now, one of the only attacks you really have to watch out for is the overhead attack. It takes away a lot of stamina and it'll stun you. Towards the middle of the fight, he's going to pull an ad out of the ground. It's very, very weak, so you don't have to worry about it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the Taxodius fight. It's a tank and spank. Let's move on to the Caretaker now. Alright guys, we're here at the Caretaker. Now there's two ways you can do this fight. I'll explain both of them when we get to it. She's going to do a vine attack first. It's going to go on a random player. Now when she's going to target you, she'll do a jump back and then she'll do a vine. You can block this. When the Caretaker runs to the center of the room, this is when phase 2 will start. A barrier will go up. You can either have 2 DPS on the outside or everybody stay on the inside like we did. You're going to have to AoE all the mobs down when they come out, so it's going to be really hard on the tank and pretty hard on the healer too. The Caretaker will do a charge attack. I froze it right here so you can see. You have to break the stamina bar or it's a one-shot mechanic. He will then spit up a swarm of bugs. Try not to stand in this, but if it's attacking you, it's going to track you wherever you go. He will continue to do the vine attack, the swarm attack, and then he does a wave of skulls. This is what you need to watch out for. If you do get hit by this, it's going to do a ton of damage and push you into the wall. Now here comes the hard part. We're going to use Defiant stance to try and grab all these ads, and we're going to try to kite them around. Now the easier way to do this would be having DPS stay on the outside, DPS the ads down when they come up, and then when you come out of that little barrier, there won't be so many ads to watch out for. My group was AoE heavy, so they wanted to do it this way. Now he will do the skull attack on the outside also. One of my DPS gets hit by it. It's a really big cone attack. You can dodge it, so just watch out. Okay guys, we're about to head into phase 3. We're going to go back to the center part of the room. He's going to put a barrier up, and now the only thing different is going to be he's going to do Blight attacks. Now he's going to go underground and then jump out of ground and leave a trail of Blight. If you stand in this, it's going to be really bad, so just get out of the way. Now one of the DPS wasn't paying attention and got caught outside, so he decided to DPS down some of the ads. When we came out of this, we didn't have so much to deal with. Now the healer gets killed by one of these Blight attacks. He gets hit once, and then he's going to get attacked again and die. So we're going to do the rest of this fight without a healer. I'm a pally build, so I can throw out some heals now and then. Once he's finished jumping around in here and laying down Blight, he will take down this barrier and continue to jump around outside. Alright guys, we made it to phase 3, the barrier's down, and now he's going to continue to jump around the room, leaving Blight on the ground. Don't stand in the Blight. My team is down 1 DPS and 1 healer due to the wave attack. It's a really heavy attack. It's the only thing you have to watch out for pretty much on this whole boss fight if you're going to be a DPS. Being a pally build is really helpful. You can lay out some heals when you lose a healer, and it keeps the whole team alive. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the Caretaker fight. We're going to move on to the Greenskeeper after this. I'll let you guys watch the rest of the fight so you can see how it ends. Alright, congratulations guys, you made it to the Greenskeeper. This fight's a little hard just to pay attention to the things that are on the ground. This attack she does right now, overhead, it's dodgeable or you can block it, but it'll take away all of your stamina. She's then going to release 2 slime balls on the ground. You have to dodge these. If they do hit you, they will leave a pool of poison on the ground, which will tick over time for DPS. If you're close enough to the boss, the scream attack won't hit you, it usually targets another player. She will then target one of your teammates with a beam of poison. They must be at the edge of the room because this drops a huge puddle of poison on the ground and you do not want to be confined to a small space. Alright guys, you're doing great. Now we're going to go into phase 2. She'll go underground and she'll leave 2 adds up. Use Defiant stance to grab these adds, DPS will DPS them down. She does a spring attack through the ground, which if it hits you, it should one-shot you if you're a DPS, and easily dodges attacks, so there's not much to worry about. Now once this phase is over, she's going to pop out of the ground, and she'll start throwing boulders at one of your teammates. There's going to be 3 boulders that come out in total. After you see these 3 boulders, you're going to have to run behind them and hide because she does a huge poison AoE. It's going to be a one-shot mechanic, so make sure you're not standing in it. Now I froze it here for you so you can actually see what it looks like. That's going to be the indicator, but it flashes so it goes away quick. Just pay attention. You can still see a little swirling on the ground, but it's not as noticeable as that big green flash. After she finishes doing her AoE, she's going to break the boulders, and then you're just going to go right back on the boss and start DPSing. And that's the whole Greenskeeper fight. It's not that hard when you understand the mechanics. I hope this guide helped you guys out, and I really appreciate all the positive feedback you guys have been giving me on my other videos. If you do have any other questions about this fight or about my pally build, drop them in the comments below. I answer every single comment I get. Alright guys, happy tanking, and I'll see you in a tournament.